Efteling's Grand Hotel is one of many hotel accommodation options at Efteling. Opening in August 2025 and placed right by the entrance, the Grand Hotel makes quite an impression on those visiting the park, but with the Efteling Hotel, Bosrijk and Lunchland hotels / cabins already existing, this incredibly elegant hotel has a lot of competition when trying to entice Efteling overnight stayers. Is the Grand Hotel a good place to stay overnight? This review will help you find out. As the hotel is located on the park itself, when you arrive, if you head left by the main entrance, you will reach a security checkpoint where bag handlers will greet you outside and ask to see your hotel reservation and take your bags for you to be placed in your room once it becomes available at 3 PM. As the hotel does look like it bypasses the security of the main gate, there are plenty of gates and checkpoints around this area, but thankfully with the Efteling app, this part becomes a breeze. The Efteling app is incredibly efficient, and before you arrive at the park it already has your hotel key and park tickets all easily locatable on the app. Just whip out your phone and show the security your hotel ticket and you gain access to this hotel forecourt and reception. To go further, you need to show the guards at the shop or the secondary gate your park tickets and they will let you through. But whilst we're here, let's take time to admire the entrance of the hotel. Efteling's Grand Hotel is looking very grand indeed. Standing very tall, the building is built in a 19th century brick theme with bright teal rooftops. It looks incredibly well kept and clean, as a new building should, and it certainly draws the eye of every Efteling visitor in the theme park's main car park, which is something I'd like to talk a little bit about now. Location-wise, this hotel is fantastic, as it is right by the park entrance and by Aquanura's Lake, so you're at the heart of Efteling when you're here. However, this may just be me, but I feel this is way too close to Efteling's iconic House of Five Senses. Opened in 1996, Efteling's entrance was designed by the park legend Ton van der Ven and quickly became an incredibly symbolic part of the park's identity, with its interesting pointy reed roof indicating the fairy tale magic beyond the gates. This is the first thing many visitors and children see when they arrive at the park, as it towers 52 metres up in the air, perfectly in the middle of the car park, with everything aimed towards it, which of course everything is, because it is the park entrance. However, as impressive as it has always been, it now has been dwarfed by this hotel located just a bit too close to it. The reed roof looks vastly inferior to the 19th century brick facade that the hotel has. The entrance of Wonder now looks old and outdated due to the Nouveau Riche building next to it, kind of like how a famously historic town gets dwarfed by a commercial tourist hotel for people wanting to see it. I hope you'll not understand me. The House of Five Senses is absolutely gorgeous and sums up the fairy tale sense of wonder that Efteling encapsulates. The Grand Hotel is the peak of elegance and displays the love and attention Efteling gives its attractions and guests. They are both fantastic, but next to each other they compete in the landscape, making you subconsciously choose between the two, when you can easily have both. Geographically, these two buildings shouldn't be near each other, but logistically it makes perfect sense for an on-site hotel to be here. Therefore, I hate to say it, but I think it's a very bad creative move by Efteling to have something so vastly different thematically next to something so iconic. Had they both been of the same ilk, grand 19th century brick or strong standing reed and timber, then this scenic shot would look incredible. But this is just a rare bad move by Efteling, where they were just so focused by the hotel by itself and its entirety that they forgot to think of how it incorporated and played off the other things around it. I really do hope that this viewpoint is one that only I hold and everyone else loves how this looks, but I couldn't think of anything else when I saw the two buildings together, and I had to stand up for the famous House of Five Senses. Thankfully, now I have said my piece on this review will now just focus entirely on the Grand Hotel, which has its own beauty. Back at the front of the Grand Hotel, once you're past the bag handlers, you enter the courtyard, which is a well patioed area with a nice bit of greenery. In the corner there is also a shed with equipment to help those with mobility problems, which is a nice touch. Now entering the reception area, you pass through the glass doors and end up in a very opulent room. White, gold and mahogany brown colours in abundance, with smooth floors leading to a shiny reception desk with towering bookcases behind it. The inside of this area has gone very Art Deco, very 1920s and 30s inside compared to the late 1800s outside. It gives the impression that this incredibly new building has already profited from two financial booms, and everything inside is of the highest quality. On one side of the reception is the waiting area with a plethora of seating, baggage storage and unisex toilets. On the other side is the cafe with a few more seats, golden lifts and a self-playing piano. The effectiveness of the Efteling app means the reception desk itself is rendered quite redundant, but a well-themed park like Efteling knows that first impressions matter, and therefore have spent a lot in what is now pretty much a seating area to make visitors feel the elegance, warmth and wealth of the hotel. Friendly, well-dressed staff walk through this area a lot, mainly moving guest luggage from the storage to the now ready rooms. If you do approach the reception desk for any reason, you are greeted with a smile. The curved staircase around it gives a warm, homely feel, and just above the reception desk are many floating keys, presumably indicating the magical fairy tale feeling Efteling wants their overnight visitors to feel. However, I do feel like I needed to say I felt a bit like Harry Potter having collected the right key on my way to collecting the Philosopher's Stone when I stood underneath these and looked up at them all facing down at me. Overall, this is a very chill area. The piano plays comforting classical tunes as everyone just relaxes in this area, taking in all the wealth and luxury that Efteling have put on display in this somewhat smaller area. Once it turns 3 PM, your room key on the Efteling app becomes enabled, and you can now scan it on the elevators and your room. Let's check to see if the rooms are as good as the reception. Entering the room, you feel like you're going to quote and then do end up quoting Coldplay. It was all yellow. The bins, the footstool, the desks, the lamps, the walls. Efteling really seem to like this colour. I just think it's okay. Only doing a bit of wordplay for you. This is more than just okay. This is a very bright room designed for mood lifting through the illusion of light in a colour psychologically known for sunlight and happiness. Everything in this room still sticks with the styles of downstairs, meaning it still feels quite posh, whilst the carpets and the padded seats makes this room feel so soft and comforting. The bed itself is one of the best beds I've slept in a theme park hotel and was much needed after a week of travelling. And the sofa bed by the window was incredibly comfy, like, oh my word, how? Sofa beds never feel this soft. I spent a lot of my time in the room lying on this and looking out the window at the view, which for us was a view of the House of the Five Senses. And you lot already know how much of a fan of that building I am, so I was very happy to keep seeing it from my bedroom window. The room had a large flat screen TV which you could cast to, aircon, plug sockets by the bed, and importantly for us Brits, a lot of tea with options of having milk. The bedroom is well thought out, designed to try and cater to you as much as possible. I was very impressed with the comforting bedroom itself. The toilet and bathroom is where this room sadly falls short. The toilet room is just a toilet room. There is no sink, which is incredibly disgusting. If you want to wash your hands, you'll need to use the other room, which has a sink and a shower. The tile flooring may reflect a cultural difference between Britain and the Netherlands. As they are designed to be easy to clean, this tile pattern is usually reserved for the cheap establishments all over the UK, rather than the rich, elegant and sophistication that Efteling is trying to show off. I know why these tiles were chosen, as I have just said, for mass cleaning. It makes the life of a cleaner incredibly easier, but it just comes across as tacky to British eyes. Maybe it's just us, I hope. For a grand hotel, it is sad that these rooms do not have elegant baths in them. However, the shower is really nice and easy to use with good water flow and quite practical, helping you find the right temperature quickly. Overall, the room was high quality, with only the hygiene issue of the separate toilet being a key issue of note to be concerned about in such a luxurious hotel. This was a very comfortable room to stay in, and it was very nice to pop in and out of during my time at the park. Entertainment in the Grand Hotel is somewhat lacking, however presumably as a result of its grandiousness. There are, however, little extra touches which add to your stay. For example, in Brasserie 7, there is a porter cum mime who entertain people of all ages without needing to speak at all. Alongside this, you have the lovely Mystique Bar, which is open every night until midnight, so it's a good place to chill and catch up with friends after a fun day at the park. Sitting on Mystique's balcony after 10 PM overlooking the gentle lake glistening in the moonlight is a very tranquil feeling that many Efteling fans would love to experience just once in their lifetime. This balcony, along with the end corridor windows of the hotel, if you are first to them, offer a great view of Akunua every night, enjoying the wonders of the water fountain show in comfort and being able to go immediately to bed once it ends. Just another perk of the hotel. The Grand Hotel has 2 shops, the one incorporated with the reception area, which sells jewellery, perfume and fancy plates, and the other which is a general shop full of Pardo's dolls, nice train models, and these bizarre costume selections which I just absolutely love. The Grand Hotel is basically 2 buildings with an overpass connecting them, where Efteling have constructed a large footpath for guests heading from the entrance to Symbolica. In the basement under the reception is the Grand Hotel Spa. This consists of a medium-sized curved pool, so no length swimming, with a separate elevated hot tub / bubble bit where you can just sit down and relax. The spa area also has massage rooms, a quite sizable sauna and a steam room. This is a really nice area and one of the best theme park hotel pools I have stayed in, due to all the additionals around the edges of the water. The changing rooms are also very handy, with a very easy to use locker system with instructions on the wall to help you out if you struggle, and plenty of towels so you do not need to bring any down from your room. In the basement of the second building, Efteling have installed a sensory room. This is a very loving touch where disabled guests can take time away from all the overwhelming thrills a theme park has to be able to correct their levels and continue to enjoy the park. As someone that has visited Efteling with a disabled partner who struggled with sensory overloads, I say that this park is up there as one of the kindest and most considerate theme parks. I really appreciate what they did to help my partner when I went here with them, with Efteling having separate ride entrances that avoided loud themed queue lines, and this room is another addition to help improve those theme park guests' experiences at Efteling. Efteling haven't built the sensory room for praise. There's no big signs pointing it out as an attraction. It hasn't been made to show everyone how good Efteling are with disabled people. It has been made because it is needed, and because it is important and useful for people that visit Efteling. This room is available for anyone on the park, with a staircase and internal lift by the Brasier offering access down to this area, so it can be used at any time by those that require it. I cannot congratulate Efteling enough for incorporating this feature onto the park. It could have been easy to overlook a sensory room, and it might have been financially cheaper not to build it, but Efteling really wanted to be there for those that wanted to be at Efteling. The park operators have incredibly kind and gentle souls. So entertainment wise, the Grand Hotel doesn't have much in terms of actual hotel entertainment, because in all honesty, why would it? It's slap bang in the middle of Efteling. It is surrounded by entertainment outside. The Grand Hotel instead focuses on relaxation, a comfy room, chill bars, a brilliant pool and a lovely sensory room, all designed to get guests to their most tranquil states. It definitely worked on us. Food wise, the Grand Hotel has 3 food venues on offer. In the reception area is Cafe Biscuit. It has 2 sides to it, allowing it to be available for those in the Grand Hotel reception and those regular park goers. Mystique and Brasier 7 are located on top of each other on the ground and first floors, or first and second floors if you use American floor names, in the second building. Brasier 7 is also the main entrance for an evening meal, pre-book and essential. Here you find specials that are an Efteling touch, where you can get items such as Dragon's Breath to enhance your offering, though the cocktail we tried made this turn into a fajita tasting drink. The meal was better than most Efteling restaurants can provide, however was still rather basic at enhanced hotel restaurant prices. Perhaps they saved their best on the menus for the other more exclusive restaurant, Mystique, which we were unable to try on this day as it was fully booked. We did check out Mystique as it is open as a cocktail bar way later than the restaurant closes, and it was a posher experience where you can see the chefs working in the corner. Breakfast take place at Brasier 7. This had incredibly slow serving times, and we actually had to wait 52 minutes to get our specials because despite them telling us about them when we sat down, they then forgot to ask us about them until we inquired half an hour later, and then it took a while for them to make it. However, when we got them, these specials make it a standout compared to other Efteling hotels, a little added touch of grandeur to your stay. Amongst the specials you also have the usual affair, pastries, cold meats, cheeses, pancakes and bacon to feast your eyes upon. The food on both experiences was tasty, but we were just let down by the slow serving times which can occur with teething problems on a new restaurant. So hopefully this is ironed out soon, as the food they served was very good compared to other options on offer at other Efteling accommodations. To conclude, Efteling's Grand Hotel has completely revolutionised the hotel stay and experience at the theme park. Efteling has many hotels and cabins around the theme park, but by situating an actual hotel and hotel rooms on the park makes life so much easier for the overnight guest. Realised we had forgotten something we wanted to take onto park? Well, it's already on park, just up in your room a 5-ish minutes walk away. Feeling overwhelmed? Well, the room is a minute away so you can take a nap or refresh and then return to the rides. It's started raining or you got too drenched on piranha? Well, new clothes and coat are only a 5-minute walk away. Any mishap does not ruin your time on the park because your room is on the park and therefore you can quickly pop back to your room, sort the problem and then return to the fun. I cannot emphasise how convenient this is. No leaving the park and then having to try to re-enter. Stay as late as you want, go for a midday swim, the world's your oyster. The bed is super comfy, the restaurants are incredibly elegant and the staff very attentive, warm and friendly. But of course this level of service and convenience comes with a higher price. However, it is worth it, and if you cannot afford it, Efteling's other hotels are still very close to the park with their own shuttles and hotel entrances, but the Grand Hotel has just become the cream of the crop. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions or things you'd like to say about the Grand Hotel, and leave a like if you found the video useful, as it makes it easier for others to find our review too. We have a fair few theme park hotel reviews on our channel. If you are looking at more on park places to stay, subscribe for more and we'll be publishing more of them along with theme park reviews and other theme park related videos. We have stayed at all Efteling's hotel accommodations. Bosrijk, yes we've done that. The Efteling Hotel, we've reviewed that. Lunchland, we have not only done the hotel there, but we've also reviewed the cabins outside. If you're interested to know what it's like to stay at any of these, please check out our videos in the description below. Thank you for watching.